There was a particularly strange boy in our class. He only showed up on rainy days, and always arrived late. One day, a classmate curiously asked him, "Why are you late again?" The boy kept his head down and replied, "I actually left home early, but I walked very slowly." Someone nearby laughed that he was like a snail, and the rest of the class burst into laughter too. To maintain order, the teacher quickly told him to return to his seat so class wouldn't be disrupted. But even in that short distance from the doorway to his desk, he moved extremely slowly, as if trudging through a swamp. Each step dragged with a heavy wetness. When he finally reached his seat, another student deliberately stuck out a foot to trip him. With a loud thud, he fell to the ground, and the sticky fluid covering his body splashed onto a boy sitting nearby. That boy flew into a rage and rushed over to beat him mercilessly. No one helped, they just found it amusing, as if this strange boy didn't belong there at all. But what no one expected was that the next day, things would take a disturbing turn. The classmate who had beaten him suddenly began experiencing unquenchable thirst. No matter how much water he drank, he couldn't satisfy it. His entire body became shriveled and pale, his expression vacant. Not only that, but the homeroom teacher also started acting strangely. He locked himself in his office, compulsively drawing spiral patterns on paper, round and round, unable to stop. He kept muttering, so thirsty, as if trapped by something. Even more frightening, the skin on the teacher's back began to bulge, as if something was about to break through. Students watched in horror, but no one dared approach him. A few days later, two enormous snails appeared on the school's outer wall. A slimy trail extended behind them, making onlookers nauseous. But when the students came closer to look, they discovered something horrifying. The snails' shells had human faces imprinted on them. One was the strange boy who only came on rainy days, and the other was the student who had beaten him. Both had transformed, with spiral shells growing from their bodies. Though their movements were sluggish, their eyes still retained the last traces of human consciousness. They seemed to hear some kind of calling and were slowly crawling toward the mountain behind the school. This bizarre incident shocked the community. A television crew decided to investigate, driving deep into the mountains behind the school. But as they passed through the tunnel leading to the mountains, their communications cut off. The camera footage shook violently before transmitting one final scream and a massive impact. The entire crew disappeared. Their vehicle wreckage wasn't discovered until 3 days later. The final frame captured on their recording device showed a slime-covered snail with human-like pupils slowly approaching the camera.